Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it's time for another Sudsy recap. And this time I'm going to be talking about The Bold and the Beautiful. Now, what I love about The Bold and Beautiful, and I've said this many times, is that it's only a half an hour show, so it's real quick to get caught up on Bold and Beautiful if you ever fall behind. That might be one of the things that's, keeping it on the air with all this talk about Days of Our Lives being canceled next year. It's a little bit crazy. Okay, so here's the thing about Bold and Beautiful. I get frustrated as hell that Quinn is not getting the fact that Ridge is trying to seduce her and is trying to, take her away from Eric. Like she hasn't clued in on that, and it really drives me crazy because she should get it by now. Like he's not even slick about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she should be like, okay, what's really going on? Pump the brakes, right? That hasn't happened yet. I do want to give the show props though for Brooke, because she said that she misses her daughter Hope and that she wants to go visit her daughter Hope in Italy, and that makes sense. That's one of the most things that have ever made sense that come out of Brooke's mouth. It's great. So she's going to be taking some time off the show, and of course, I mean, obviously, that's a good thing for the whole Ridge and Quinn situation. Although I'm not gonna lie, I just hate it. I hate it. I feel like poor Quinn is gonna get, she's gonna get the raw end of the deal, basically. She's gonna. Oh my God, is that an eyebrow? Holy cow! Look at that. Can I yank it? Oh my God. Nope. There we go. Whoo, that's crazy. Whew. Okay. I couldn't believe that that eyebrow. That was so long. Okay. So I feel like Quinn is constantly, not being set up to fail, but well, kind of. She's kind of being set up to fail, like all the time. It's really frustrating, because she's a good mom, and she's done a couple things that are a little bit crazy, but it's all been, nothing. Sheila Carter. That's all I have to say. Sheila Carter. And I've said that for like the past 3 weeks in a row, but it's true. I mean, Eric married Sheila Carter. So, I mean, really, that's it. That's all I have to say. Okay, so there are certain storylines, and unfortunately for me, most of them are front burner right now. But there are certain storylines that I just feel like they are sucking up the oxygen in the room, right? One of them is the whole Ridge and Quinn fiasco. Another one is the Steffi, Wyatt, Liam love triangle. Who cares? Seriously, Wyatt, you can do better. Let her go be with Liam. If she wants to be with Liam, let her. But instead, he's trying to force this idea of her being a social media influencer, and she's got this big social media campaign and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But I think he just keeps throwing himself after Steffi, and she doesn't care. So I say, let her go. Let her go be with Liam. Liam is a drip, and Steffi, she's kind of spoiled. So if they belong together, let them belong together. Because I guarantee you this is what will happen for sure. She'll finally say, I'm over Wyatt, and Wyatt will move on, right? And then she'll run off with Liam. But then Hope will come back to town. Because let's not forget, Hope is Liam's first true love, period. And he's forgotten that, apparently, all this time, too. So, but we'll see. And it'll serve her right, too. It'll serve Steffi right, because that's what happens. Also, I am enjoying the fact that Ridge has brought up to Liam the fact that Liam was married to Quinn. And you know what? I have to say, for someone who really talked about how much he loved Quinn, despite the fact that she was sort of playing on his amnesia. Uh, he's kind of completely forgotten that, 100%. So that makes me like, okay, what is really going on? And those are really the two main front burner stories that's going on right now. There's also, RJ, who is back to town and wants his parents to get married, but, Ridge is not going to do that because he obviously is got plans for Quinn. So I guess those plans require a single Ridge. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. It might make sense to him, I guess. Let's see what else. So that's pretty much it. I would like, and if you look at the opening credits of the show, you still see a few things. Like, for some reason, and it could just be my television, but it doesn't say that Ashley Brewer is playing Ivy Forrester. It just says Ashley Brewer. Whereas everyone else, it says their character names and then their real name, but it just says Ashley Brewer. So maybe it's just the way that my TV is set up. I can't see it, but I think that's kind of weird. They also have Deacon still on the opening credits, because I'm looking to see when RJ will get added to the opening credits, because he will be soon. I mean, he's part of a core family. When they rapidly age a member of a core family, then they step up into the grown-up world. So then they kind of put them in the credits, right? So they haven't done that with RJ yet. So I'm a little bit curious as to when that's going to happen. So I've been really kind of keeping my eye on those opening credits. And it's really just interesting how, first of all, it's interesting because those credits are starting to look a little old. Not necessarily, the people in them have drastically altered their appearances. For example, Jacob Young, who plays Rick Forster, doesn't look anything like he does in the credits. Even Katie Logan, played by Heather Tom, she looks completely different in person now than she does in the credits as well. So it's one of those things where, okay, now some people look the same. Brooke looks exactly the same. She looks exactly the same. And then some people, when they add them to the credits, it wasn't that long ago. Like, so, for example, Ridge obviously was not that long ago. He looks the same. Or, who else was, Quinn. When Quinn is added to the credits, Quinn and Wyatt, they look exactly the same. So, I mean, and, Steffi, she's been on the show, but she looks pretty much exactly the same too. It's just, I would keep an eye if I was on the show. But, I mean, I don't know, how long is it? I mean, it's probably expensive to shoot those credits, actually, those scenes. So, I don't know. That's probably why we see, those people looking so much different. It's because it would cost too much money to shoot them now. I get it. I understand that we live in a budget crazy world. I understand that. So I still give props to the show. I love the show 100%. Even though this past week is just a bunch of boring crap that I haven't really been interested in watching that much, because I'm not really a big fan of any of the storylines that are on the air right now. But I will say that I just enjoy the show. And even though the fact that I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe Quinn is so stupid. I mean, that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing, because you've got someone that feels for your show, that feels for your characters, that wants them to do well. And so, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think I think it's a great thing. So I really hope that a bunch of people, might come across this video on YouTube, and they might be like, well, I need to check out Bold and the Beautiful. I need to find out what's going on there, because, this, Queen from Las Vegas keeps talking about it, and it looks like, an interesting show. Or if you're from Italy and you know that you're like a couple months behind, you can watch the show to find out what's going to happen, right? Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for logging on. I do appreciate it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk about the Bold and Beautiful. Also, you can hashtag Ladies of London to talk about that, because that'll be the show that I'm doing next. Again, thank you so much for logging on, and have a wonderful day. Wubba, wubba, wubba.